Hello, hello. Good. Yeah, I think we're all good to go. Because today we're live with Manu from Emprendedores del Yoga, and we're going to speak about why you need a niche to have a successful course launch. And Manu's already here. I'm gonna let you in and educate ourselves on business marketing, all the things that go on around our back, in the back of the scenes. How are you, Manu?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm really excited. Really nice to see you.
Me too. I'm really happy to be here with you, Annie.
Very nice. I was just telling everyone what we're going to speak about today. And I want to give a little bit of an introduction because many of you know that this week we're going to host our first workshop of the workshop bundle for online course creation and finding your niche. Manu and I will both host a workshop in that bundle, and we're very excited about this because we've known each other for quite some time, and since we work with both the same niche, which are you, all the yoga teachers here, we've been thinking of collaborating and doing something together to really help you improve your yoga business. So that's why we are here today. We're going to explain why you need a niche for a course launch, because many of you already know that just teaching a yoga schedule isn't enough anymore. So thank you so much for being here, Manu. Like I said, very excited. Let's just dive in straight away. Let's dive in straight away.
Let's jump in.
Can you tell us what really or what actually is a niche?
All right. So this is a very good question, Annie, because I think when we talk about niche, many yoga teachers or wellness professionals, they still don't know very clearly what a niche is. Now, when I think about a niche, I, like every yoga teacher or wellness professional who is watching this video right now, I want you to think about a problem. Think about a problem that you are able to help people with. So basically, by definition, a niche is a portion of the population who share a problem that needs to be solved. And there is something also, Annie, that I want to share with you today, and it's the word solving a problem. Because I know that for some yoga teachers, sometimes the idea of solving a problem maybe sound like something difficult to understand what that means. But really, this is something that I want every yoga teacher to embrace, because from 2021 and beyond, and this is the way the market is moving, basically professionals, as we, yoga teachers or coaches, we are basically doing a work, and our work is to solve a problem, to solve a specific problem. And if you look at it, Annie, from the lenses of yoga, this is actually really cool because, you know, solving a problem, it's almost like doing a service for people. We talk a lot about service in, you know, as karma yoga, as seva, as something that you would do for other people. So if you look at finding a niche through the lenses of solving a problem, it's kind of a very yogic thing. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, it makes total sense. And I also think that a lot of people think that they are not able to solve problems for other people, or that the people that go to their classes don't really have a problem. Can you speak to this a little bit?
Well, this is a very good question, Annie. And to those people, if you are watching this video and you are one of these persons who think that you are not able to solve a problem, I'd like you to go back like maybe 1, 2, or 3 years ago when you started your yoga journey. And I'd like you to really sit down and reflect and write down, or even if you have some diary from back then, I'd like you to go back and read and really truly understand the way you felt, the way you thought, and what were the difficulties you were finding on your day-to-day life. So basically a problem is like we all face problems in this world, you know, we face different problems, but if you look at it, you know, from the perspective of time, who were you and what problems did you face before practicing yoga, and what are the problems that you face now? And just try to explore from there and see, you may find some insights there and know how yoga has helped you solving some problems.
Exactly. This is really good. And I think this is really key for defining your needs and finding who you would like to work with. And also, I think when it comes to problems, people maybe should look at it from a different perspective, that it doesn't have to be a major problem when you define your niche, or it doesn't have to be a major difficulty in their life, but it can be a struggle, it can be a mindset that they want to change, it can be improved health or improved things that have to do with their physicality. So it doesn't have to be a major problem in their life. Now, why do you think we do need a niche to actually have a sustainable career in yoga?
All right, so there are a few keywords that I want every yoga teacher here to understand. And one of them is expertise. When I talk about expertise, again, I know many of our yoga teachers, they feel a little bit intimidated by the word expertise, but basically, if you go, let's say you have like some kind of problem, this is like, let's say, if that problem is something that really matters to you, you wouldn't mind spending more money on solving that problem, going to that specific professional. So that is the same. Let's say if we take it from the lenses that we were seeing before about solving a specific problem or helping people with something specific, people who are actually willing to have those results, or people who are willing to solve that problem, they would be willing to pay more for your expertise. Being saying that, as I say, many yoga teachers feel intimidated. Oh my gosh, I'm not an expert. And, you know, this is when a lot of imposter syndrome comes up and so on. And again, if that is the case, if that is you, if you feel like, oh my God, I'm the expert of nothing, I'm not an expert yet, then in that case, I like you to, again, step back and go 1, 2, or 3 years ago and see where you were in your yoga journey and all the things that you didn't know then, but that you really know now. And after you've done that, think about all of the people who are in where you were like a few years ago. And of course, there is always going to be people who are ahead of you in the journey. This is the nature of life. There is always going to be people out there that are going to have more experience, that are going to have more years teaching, whatever that is. But this is not something you need to focus. You need to focus on the people who are in the process you were a few years ago. How can you help those people? So that is one of the key words, is that expertise. Just go ahead and embrace and embody that expertise. And I know sometimes can be a little bit intimidating, but you know, this is something you need to work on. Does that make sense, Annie?
I think so. Let's hear from the people that are watching. Do you have any questions about this so far? What a niche really is and why you do need one? Let us know in the comments here. There's always a little bit of a delay and I don't want people waiting. So I'm just going to go to the next question as well, because it's all related. It's all about your niche and why you need it for your course creation. So how does your niche, or knowing your niche, knowing the people that you work with, knowing the problems that they have and how you can offer a solution to them, how does that help with creating or gaining visibility for your course?
Okay. Before I answer that question, Annie, this is a really good question. Before I answer that, I want to go just one step back, because we were talking about, in your previous question, you were talking about how it's more sustainable once you find a niche. And I talk about the word expertise. People are willing to pay more for someone who is an expert. There are also two keywords that we're gonna also see in the next question, which are, one of them is community and the other one is content. creating content to someone specific and creating a community around someone specific, those are key elements if you're running a business. From 2021 and beyond, we know that the online element is so important. So imagine how sustainable it would be if you are teaching for different people. It means you will need to create different communities, create content for different people, and that wouldn't be sustainable at all. You know what I mean? And then going to your next question, which is how does this build visibility for your online course? So even before we start with the selling any program we have or an online course, again, there are these elements that we need to think about, and one of them is community, creating community around one niche, and the other one, of course, is creating content, because that content is what it's going to help you creating that community. If you want to reach people online, if you want to create that community, the best way is creating content that is specific for someone who is facing with that problem. And so this is the way you start building that visibility, just like creating your content and connecting with those people who are specific for that niche. When, again, this is much more sustainable if you choose one, because when you choose one, you're going to be much more focused. Think about, Annie, like all of the, like say, for example, let's focus on Instagram, since this is a channel we are in, and it's a channel that I really love. If you think about Instagram, if you are working for one niche specific, think about the hashtags that you're going to use. You're going to use a specific hashtags that people in your niche are looking for. If you change your hashtags every day, you're going to be probably showing up in different feeds for different people. If you, in your Instagram channel, have a bio and you know who are you talking to, and you like put it right there for people to know who are you helping, that is going to help you also build that visibility and build that momentum that eventually is going to help you to sell your course. And it's the same with everything, even collaborations, even like you and I are collaborating together, and we work with the same group of people, with yoga teachers. And I want to ask to everyone who is watching right now this video, I'm sure like 80 or 90% of you are either yoga teachers or wellness professionals.
Yeah, I think so. It would be weird if they weren't by this point.
I don't know, maybe we have some spy or something, or some kind of secret admirer.
No, I absolutely agree with you. It just really helps you to also help other people understand what you can do for them and how much you understand them, how much you know about the problems or the struggles that they have, and what you can offer them in return to actually improve their lives, their health, whatever it is that they want help with. Absolutely. So what are some of the key elements when we create a course and we want to focus on our niche that we need to take into account?
Okay, so again, Annie, on the risk of repeating myself and being like, you know, talking about the same things, but the first thing you need to know is to know who you are going to help. And I'm telling you this, Annie, when I started teaching my first classes online, and when I started to build my online presence, I wish I had this type of knowledge. I wish I really knew that, you know, focusing on one niche, it's going to make things much more easier. It's going to be, it's going to make it faster for, you know, growing a community and eventually creating that program or that online course that is going to go for that people. So definitely one thing is know who the people are, know who your niche is. And something that we haven't mentioned, but I just want to leave like a quick note about that, is that sometimes people are scared that when you find a niche, you're gonna pigeonhole yourself, or that this is the only thing you're gonna talk about, and therefore you're gonna get bored, or that people is gonna attack you or something. This is all, you know, just like these fears are not based on any foundation, because really, when you focus on helping someone, there are, even if you are helping one problem, there are so many ways and so many things that you can talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So that is one thing. And then the other thing that you need to know before before creating your course, it's to know, as we were talking at the beginning, the problem that we are solving. We were talking about that at the beginning. I looked from the lens of the problem. You looked at it from the lenses of someone who wants to achieve a transformation, someone who wants to achieve something. It's basically two different ways of looking at something, but basically it's the same. Imagine someone who wants to go from the point 8 where they are right now, but maybe they don't feel comfortable with their life. They are in this problem that they feel like kind of, you know, they are facing a problem or that they want to change. And there is the other point, which is the point B, which is the point of transformation. Mm-hmm. So that is basically the process of solving that problem. This needs to be very clear for you. What is the point A in which your people, your niche are right now, and what is the point B, which is where you want to take them.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. And I think I just want to speak to your second point about the fears, because I definitely see this in our community too. More and more people actually come to us with questions about niching and about creating courses. That's why we did this bundle as well. Starting their own business, and they feel very afraid that when they choose a niche, like you said, there is nothing to talk about or not enough. And I think that the clearer you are on the people that you want to teach and the people that you can help, the more you have to talk about, because you know exactly what they need, and there are so many things that you can approach in a different way. Everyone is different, so they will need different practices or ways that you speak to them, or different types of solutions. So really don't be afraid to really zoom in on one specific person, or even have one person in mind when you create all your things. Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to. Sorry, I don't know if you. Sorry, I just interrupt you.
No, go for it. I thought that was done.
Okay, because I also want to speak to that. You know, because sometimes we have this fear that people are going to put a tag on us. You know, and they are gonna say, okay, here is Manu, who works for yoga teachers, and this is all that he does, or whatever, you know. But here's the thing: the reality is that we humans, our way of thinking, we use a lot of tags. Like we call things by a name. We tend to I don't know how to explain, but basically the idea is that if you don't tag yourself and you don't choose how you want to be known, people are gonna do that for you. And so I encourage every yoga teacher to decide and to choose what you wanna be known for. Because if you don't do that, someone else will do that for you, and probably they're gonna choose a tag that you don't feel comfortable with, or that you don't wanna be recognized for.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Really, really good point. I never really thought about it that way, but it's very true. So is this one of the things that you're going to teach in the workshop as well on the 27th of January?
Oh my gosh, of course, yes. Of course, yes. Yes, Annie, we're going to be talking about all of this. And, you know, to everyone who joins the workshop, I really, really, really want to do a deep work. This is what we tend to do. This is what I tend to do with this workshop. You know, there is a lot of questions and a lot of, you know, people sharing. I ask a lot of questions, and there are also exercises, because at the beginning, I think it takes a little bit of digging, you know, finding who you are as a person, also thinking and reflecting about your own journey, as I was talking to you before, you know, just like kind of go back just a few years back and see who you were. And this is one of the things we're going to be talking about. You know, learning about yourself as a teacher, learning about your experience, learning about the things that you've been going through in your own journey. And then, yes, looking for the person that you want to serve. This is kind of the first part of the workshop. And then in the second part of the workshop, we work the marketing message, which is something that comes together. And I know when you in your workshop tomorrow, you are also going to talk about marketing, because of course we know marketing is a very important piece of it all. But you know, we're going to look from different perspectives. And on my side, I'm going to see how all of this part of finding a niche, how that translates into integrating that into your own marketing. That's basically what I'm going to be teaching on January. And I am super excited that we are starting tomorrow with your workshop already.
Yes, me too. I'm very excited about it. And I think it's such a great thing to do as well at the end of the year, to really set yourself up for success in 2022. As many of you have noticed, yoga is here to stay online. And if you really want to have a sustainable career, we need to offer more than just our regular schedule. And it's not only because there's only so many hours in the week or so many hours in your day that you can teach, but it also really helps you to get super clear on where you want to go in your long-term career as a yoga teacher. So we start tomorrow. That's true. We start tomorrow. The first workshop is all about course creation, online course creation for your own yoga course. And we will do a little bit of this niching work as well, because it's really important that you know who your course is going to be for and what solution you are going to offer to any type of problem that they experience. It can be a transformation professionally, personally, mentally, emotionally, everything that we speak about in our yoga classes. And I'm really excited about it, because it's not just the course that you create. There's a whole thing that goes into it. Really, there's all the pre-course stages, understanding your niche, the actual writing of your curriculum, and then the selling part. The selling part we're going to speak about a little bit, because that asks for a whole workshop in itself, but I hope that it gives you enough information to actually get started with that. So if you are interested in joining, we're going to host it, but you can join. You can go to the link in our bio. It's on Emprendedores del Yoga in the bio and in mine as well. And you can look for workshop bundle. The workshop bundle are 2 workshops. One is tomorrow. So if you're watching this live, it's tomorrow, the 16th of December at 11 a.m. CET. And Manus will be on the 27th of January, also at 11 a.m. CET. So it's Central European Time. If you have questions, let us know. And I posted something on Instagram yesterday with 5 facts, so frequently asked questions. You can find some more information there as well. But always feel free to send a message or send an email, whatever you prefer. Manu, is there anything that you would like to add to this?
Well, the last thing that I want to say to this, Annie, is that, you know, because you and I have talked about this before, and really for any yoga teacher who is watching this, you know, if you are not clear what are the first steps you need to take, because of course we know since 2020 everything is so different. Maybe you are confused, maybe you don't know how to move forward. These are 2 big steps to take: finding your niche and then creating a higher ticket program. I mean, I wish, as I say, Annie, that I could find this workshop, like, say, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, you know, when I started teaching yoga online.
Yeah.
I wish I would have find this kind of information available as we are doing right now. And we are doing it at a very, very accessible rate. So This is like, I was thinking today, Annie, that this is like our gift, our Christmas gift to our communities, because really the price is like really, really accessible.
Exactly. I've been thinking exactly the same thing this weekend. I said, actually, this is a Christmas gift to you all. Because if you want to do something big in 2022, if you want to be a long-term yoga teacher and not suffer from burnout or feel frustrated or lost or stuck, this really can help you to build on your services and expand them as well in 2022. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm super excited. I will see some of you that have joined are actually joining tomorrow. So I'm very excited to see you tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. CET. And I will see you too. I will see you there too.
Yes. Looking forward to that.
Me too, me too. Amazing. Thank you so much, Manu, for being here and sharing all your knowledge. Everyone, if you have a question, don't hold back, just let us know, and I hope to see you all tomorrow. If not, if you can't make it live, do still sign up, because everything will be recorded and you can watch it in your own time. So maybe during Christmas holidays or when you're writing your goals for 2022, you can watch it whenever suits you. All right, thank you so much again.
All right, my pleasure.
And I'll see you soon.
See you soon. Take care. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye-bye.